Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm your trainer, Miss Kamau Jemima. I'll be taking you through competence-based education training, and I'll start by listing or naming the number of the learning outcome. But at the end of this session, a trainee must be able to define terms. Some of those terms I'll see bit: occupation standard, curriculum, assessment, PSWT. Number 2, benefit of CBET and comparison of CBET with conventional LIMP. Number 3, assessment method. Number 4, training methods or learner-centered. Number 5, TVET or CDAC roles. Number 6, a trainer should know the element of CBET. Also, a trainer should know the characteristic of learning outcome, the purposes of learning outcome, and also the element of occupation standards, the function of OS, and how to design a DAC chart. I'll start by explaining on what's CBET, or the meaning of competence-based education training, which is a learning approach that satisfies the skills and development and focuses on the learning outcome that are related to specific competency for a given profession. When we talk on element of CBET, number 1, it should be clear learning outcome. A learning outcome are detailed, measurable, achievable with an relevant knowledge and a trainer require. Flexible learning path. CBET allows for flexibility in learning courses. That is, learner can progress in their own pace, advancing at each level at different times, depending on their demands of and the availability of resources. Number 3, assessment of competence. Assessment of competence, CBET is focused on assessing learner practical skills and applied knowledge in real life and world experience. Number 4, personalized learning is tailored toward the individual weakness and strength. Therefore, a learner has opportunity, the method, material, and format preference. Number 5, industry relevance. CBET programs are designed in collaboration to the industry to ensure that competence being driven to the market are aligned with the technology in the industry. Number 6, continuous feedback. CBET provide immediate feedback, particularly during execution of skills. Real-life experience. CBET emphasizes on practical skills in the industry, that therefore it minimizes time consumed for training. When learning CBET, you gain the real-life skills, the skills that will make you available for work. Learning outcome will describe what's the learning outcome. Learning outcome, these are assessment statement that describes what the learner should know, understand, and be able to do at the end of the learning experience. We have various characteristics. We can name them on the short form of the characteristic of learning outcome as SMART. S stand for specific, M measurable, A attainable, R relevant, T for time. You can add A, it can be smarter, A for action verbs. Where we'll define on specific, they are clearly defined and focuses on particular knowledge, skills, or abilities the learner is expected to know or have at the end of the learning session or experience. Measurable, it is a way of assessing whether the learner has achieved learning outcome or not. Attainable, the learning outcome should be achievable within a specified period of learning. It should further meet expectation, whether it's due to a given specific session or maybe due to assessment. You should attain the target of that session. Relevant, the overall objective of the learning should be relevant to the learning experience, and therefore learning experience be aligned to the desired skills. Time, the learning outcome must be specified within a period of time during evaluation of training. Action verb, learning outcome are described by observing and measuring the learning behavior. Therefore, they must contain action verb in their statement. Thank you, student, for being attentive. Let's go to the purposes of learning outcome. We have so much on the purposes. I'll just name them. Kindly, you can Google or learn more. Just name 3. You can add on other purposes of the learning outcome. You can list and also describe what it means. I'll just name 3, which is assessment and evaluation, which is number 1. Number 2, curriculum design and planning. Number 3, clarity and of expectation. Ensure you list other purposes of learning outcome and describe, and ensure you label them as activity 1. Let's talk more on elements of, let's describe occupation standard. What do you understand by an OS? Do you have any idea of what's an OS? Let me talk. Yes, thank you for your thought. Let me explain what's occupation standard. A document that defines knowledge, skills, and competence required by an individual to perform a particular task or duty. I have the element of occupation standard. Element of occupation standard, you have to be competent and have skills. Skill of that specific task that you're about to perform. Knowledge base. They define the knowledge base required as a basis for the occupation being tested or field being evaluated or examined. Performance criteria. The outline, the expected level of proficiency in mastering of the required process. That is, the specifies whether an individual has met the required standard. Number 4, work competence. It describes the responsibility associated with specific profession by providing the competence and skills required. Number 5, training and education. Always provide the guide in development of training programs and checking the relevance of the education curriculum. Number 6, career pathways. Number 7, satisfaction and qualification. Always provide a basis of satisfaction at the end of an assessment. We have various functions or purposes of an OS. Kindly, you can Google and identify the various functions or the purposes of an OS. Make sure there are 5 in number and kindly elaborate. How to design a DACAM. When you are designing a DACAM, you should have, number 1 is a column 1, which you should have duty. Number 2, when you have duty, then on the rows you can describe it as duty A, B, C, D. Then on the rows you can have A1, A2, A3. For instance, when we are having the DACAM chart of a trainer. A trainer must when we have a duty A, undertaking trainer in areas of specialization. I'll just share a photo of a DACAM chart so that you can go through it and understand what a DACAM chart is. Thank you so much for being attentive. I am your trainer, Miss Kamau. Thank you and welcome. Till next time.